Welcome to Massage Chair Relief Live, the podcast designed to educate, inform, discuss, and critique the relatively new massage chair industry. Join your host, Dr. Alan Widener, to become a massage chair expert and avoid multiple pain points in your search for the perfect massage chair.
Hi, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and I welcome you here today to an interview with our customer, Arthur Slepian, who is an owner of the Infinity Luminary Center D massage chair. And Arthur, thank you so much for being here. Welcome.
Happy to be here, Alan. Great to be talking with you.
Well, it's good of you to make time to visit. I know time is precious, and so I really appreciate your availability. Thank you.
Of course.
Arthur, why don't you tell us a little bit about your search for a massage chair, how it began? Had you ever owned one before? How did you?
No, I had not owned one before. I might have tried one out at an airport, a few years ago, but didn't know a lot about them. Visited a friend about 6 months ago who had what I would have described, not so much it was more like a vibrating chair than a real massage chair, but it got me intrigued into the possibilities about what might be out there. And so I started doing some research online and kind of discovered this whole world of massage chairs out there. And I saw a lot, and I would go to these websites that here's the 10 best massage chairs that are out there, and there were there were a lot that seemed to offer a lot of features in like the $2,000 range, and but I wasn't going to buy a chair until I actually could go somewhere and try it out. And I went to a few stores around. I'm in San Francisco. Went to a few stores around the Bay Area, and didn't really find the people all that helpful. So I did a little bit more research, and then I came across your place in Fremont, and I was intrigued by the idea that there was an actual doctor associated with this, because for me it's kind of an investment in my health and well-being, and I liked the idea that there would be somebody that I could talk to that wasn't just a salesperson, but that also really had some knowledge of the human body and excuse me. And I liked the idea that I could make an appointment, and so I did that, and I scheduled an appointment with Ian, who runs your store in Fremont, California. And it was well over an hour drive for me to get there, but it was really worth the experience. And so I went for the first time and tried a bunch of chairs, and Ian was really low key and let me kind of feel my way around the store and talk to me a little bit about the different chairs. So that was a really helpful experience. And there were a few chairs in the store that I liked that day, but I hadn't really settled on anything in particular yet. And went back home, did some more research, and then made a follow-up appointment to go see Ian again. And on that trip, I was able to narrow down my selection to a couple of chairs. One was the Infinity Luminary that I wound up purchasing, and the other was the Osaki Duo Max, I believe. And was kind of torn between those two, and I think I left the store thinking that I might sort of buy the Osaki, and then went home and thought about it some more and wound up deciding that the Infinity was really the right chair for me. And that feels like it was a great decision. So I can tell you about that choice. My own medical issues. I have some issues with my left hip and leg issues, and so I wanted something that was a chair that was really good for the waist, hips, glute area, and the Infinity was of all the chairs I sampled, seemed like it provided the best, at least for me, the best kind of massage for that part of the body. I liked the extension that it offered. In fact, there's one of the massage programs is called Extension. That's one of the ones that I've actually come to use fairly frequently.
That's the stretch. That's the stretch program. That's
Right, exactly. Um, I was looking for something that had a good zero gravity feature. Um, and this chair certainly has that, and a good foot massage. One of the things I actually liked about the Infinity was that it doesn't have the enclosed foot um, holder or whatever, that it's
yeah,
an open foot area, and
yeah,
but it still gives a great foot massage,
yeah,
but it's a little easier to get in. Excuse me, a little easier to get in and out of,
yeah.
and yeah, so
I
that was another factor in my decision making as well. Um,
I remember we talked on the phone before you made that final decision, and you
right,
shared some of those concerns. I remember Ian telling me you should call Arthur. He'd probably appreciate visiting with you about your situation. It's amazing. Like one thing that amazed me when I first got into massage chairs wasn't that they helped. I was amazed at what they helped. It
right,
seemed like
right.
I heard responses from people like, "Oh, my headaches are gone. I sleep better. I can take deeper breaths. My blood pressure's down." And in
Mhm.
your case, you had a number of things with your glutes, the hips, the sciatica. It seems like
Right.
it really kind of fit the bill for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And um, I tend to get really tight, and my muscles tend to get sort of tightened up, and I sometimes get cramps in my legs in the middle of the night, and so I'm always looking for opportunities to sort of relax that part of my body, and this really
Yeah,
helps a lot. In fact, I do the night program every night before bed,
good.
and also just find that I'm sleeping better. But
Oh,
it's just nice to get that last bit of relaxation and before the day is over. Uh,
yeah. Are you a pretty active guy? Like, do you exercise, run, bike, anything like that?
I do a lot of walking because
Good.
I have a dog, and I'm the dog walker in the house,
Okay.
and so and he's pretty active, so that does get me out of that. So I do a lot of walking, but maybe not as much stretching as I should do
Yeah.
after the walking. Um,
Well, that extension program, Infinity uses the term extension, but for most companies, they call it the stretch program.
right.
And that Luminary has a great stretch program. It's strong. Did you find that it was quite a strong stretch?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah. I mean, there are some things about like the luminary that are almost a little bit too strong for me. I mean,
Yeah.
I really appreciate the controls and the menu, and so um, like I usually dial the 4D down to 1,
Yeah.
and I'll reduce the airbag strain from 3 to 2. Uh,
Yeah.
but but it also just tells me that I have a lot of upside as I keep using the chair. If I want a stronger massage, there's plenty of room on the other end to make it even stronger.
Well, and that chair comes with extra padding. Have you had to use any of the padding or do
Yeah,
you?
I do use the padding.
Okay. Because that's one of the great things about that chair is that
Right.
it's a very strong chair. But they
Yes.
add the full back pad, the half back pad, and then the
Right.
neck pillow
Right.
to help
Yeah.
with that. And yeah,
Yeah. No,
sounds
I use all of that. I use all of that. But I like the intensity of the massage. And I've tried out many of the programs, not all of them yet, but I've tried out a lot of them, and each one is a little different. And um, so I'm kind of learning which ones work for the right time of day or the right where my body happens to be at that moment. Uh,
right.
but I
How
use it at least once a day and sometimes twice a day.
good.
Um, yeah.
How's the foot massage? I've heard I find it quite strong, but I know the chair comes with some foot pads. Do you use the foot pads or not?
Yeah, I use the foot pads that come with the chair,
Okay.
and and just wear socks during the massage. But
Yeah.
it's a great foot massage, actually.
Oh yeah.
It's a great foot massage, and it's great for and the calf massage is great.
Oh yeah.
Um, sometimes the arm piece feels almost a little bit too strong, but I'm
Is
getting to like that too, actually.
is
Um,
that why you lower the intensity, is mostly because of the arms? The airbag intensity is right.
yeah.
Now, you got the chair for the hips, the waist, the glutes and whatnot,
Yeah, and the back for sure, but
and the
yeah,
back. So it helped you with those things.
yeah.
And then you also mentioned it helped you sleep a little bit better. What about your overall range of motion? Do you feel like you're getting a little bit better range of motion? You can reach, like I'm finding as I get older, I'm 65, as I get older, I find it hard to tie my bloody shoes sometimes. And it bothers me. But after I sit in a chair, I feel like I can reach and do a little bit better. Have you noticed anything like that?
Yeah, well, I certainly feel like by the way, this chair was my own 70th birthday present to myself.
Okay, good.
So, felt like the right time to be making this investment. Um, so yeah, I think, I just feel more limber. I feel better when I'm walking. Um, you know, my leg muscles and my hip don't start to hurt as quickly as they used to. Um, so I just feel overall like I'm just sort of more limber and flexible than I had been.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
they say they say that the new catchphrase for the massage chair companies is the chair can be used in recovery. So basically, after walking or running or anything, it's good to use it right after you do that exercise as well for the muscles. And
right,
I've never used
exactly.
it that way.
Yeah, I forget the name of it. There's one program that actually is sort of like post-workout or something like that I've used several times that is really helpful.
Well, what if there's anything in the chair that you feel like is missing or that you would change? Is there anything like that that you would suggest changing if you could?
Um, you know, um, it's a little bit harder to customize than I had thought, and I wish there were more memory buttons.
Yeah,
But other than that, um, I mean, I think I would say when you're looking for a really high quality chair, you somehow also wind up buying some other features that you maybe don't really need.
yeah.
I haven't used the ionizer, you know,
Yeah,
and and I've tried different settings on the lights, but I don't really know how important that is. Uh,
yeah,
but I have used I have hooked my phone up to the speakers in the chair and just sort of
yeah.
put on some relaxing music. I mean, one of the things I just appreciate is that it's 20 minutes. I don't meditate, but this is like 20 minutes of like not being on my phone, not watching TV,
Yeah,
not being engaged. Sort of like my mind can kind of be clear for a while. So it's almost
yeah.
like meditation. Um, and that also feels like a valuable thing to be doing.
That's a great observation. Just quiet time, downtime.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
many of us, myself included, do not have those downtimes until I'm fully asleep. And even then, I have trouble sleeping because I got so much crap going through my head from the day. I can't even can't even relax enough to sleep sometimes.
Right. Well, it's so easy to just keep checking your phone. It's like one of the nice things about having your arms locked into the chair is that you can't scroll through your phone while you're doing the massage.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Now, for the people, there'll be people watching this video who are shopping. They're looking for a chair. They've never bought one before.
Sure.
Uh, you know, they don't know what model to get. They don't know who to buy from. They don't know what to be on the lookout for. What kind of advice would you give to someone who's looking for something?
Um, well, I think to find a really reputable dealer. I mean, I think I was really lucky to stumble upon you guys. It was just a kind of a Google search
Yeah,
that got me to you. Um, I think I would say that if you can afford it, I think it's worth paying a little bit more for a really high quality chair. Um, and I mean, I think I wound up I think that I wound up paying more than the budget that I went into my shopping experience with.
Yeah.
But I don't regret it, actually. I think I made a really good investment. And and just also wanted uh, I certainly appreciated the kind of the added service protections that you guys offer and warranty and all of that. And
Yeah.
so that gives me more peace of mind about all that. I mean, everything about interacting with you has been great, whether it was just like the ordering, the delivery, all of that it went really, really seamlessly. Um, but Yeah, I mean, go to a store, try out a bunch of chairs, see what. I think for me, a lot of it was just like a really personal experience. I liked the way that certain parts of the Infinity chair really felt on my body. Um,
Yeah.
and so I said, if I'm gonna be spending this amount of money, I want to feel like I'm making the right choice and getting something that I'm going to want to use and that's really going to be of help to me over the years.
That is a great point. I just did a short meme video yesterday talking about one chair fits all. And
Mhm.
nothing could be closer or further from the truth than that statement because, some companies, all they have is one chair. And
Right,
they promote it so much that it seems like it's the answer to everyone's problems, but it's got to fit right. And you said it fit your body right. And
right.
that's exactly right. What if you have more of a shoulder, forward head carriage? Or what if you have a flatter back or your
Yeah,
hips are tilted different? Every chair, your chair will feel completely different to five other people that tried right after you. And
right,
yes, it's a very personal thing. I could not agree more. That's
right.
crucial.
Yeah, there are. And also there are so many things you can adjust. Um, I mean, I find myself like lengthening the foot, both the back and the foot, sort of lengthening those pieces a little bit, um, and and like trying to teach the program to stay more in the zero gravity position.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, there's certainly lots you can do to customize the chair to one's own preferences. But but I've been really, really pleased with it so far.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oddly enough, there are not many chairs that have the memory function that your chair has. And you may lament the number of programs that you can create for yourself, but the fact that you have a memory function at all is
Yeah,
unique. Oddly enough, you'd think that every chair would have that, but they don't.
right, right. Yeah,
But I'm glad you got a chair that's working for you. We just actually did three videos for our YouTube channel this afternoon or this earlier this morning for of the Luminary, and I forgot how much I liked that chair. I hadn't sat through some sessions for a long time, and I forgot how much I enjoyed that chair. It's a good chair.
yeah. It really is. It really is. The other thing for me is that I thought we wound up putting the chair in a different room of our house than I had thought originally. And I thought I was going to put it in our little kind of TV room.
Yeah,
Uh, and one good piece of advice that Ian gave me was that uh, you can't really buy this chair as a substitute for your like recliner that you use to watch TV in. It's really not that great for just sitting around for hours watching a TV program. So it's now
yeah,
sitting in our living room, but it looks great.
yeah. Good.
Um, um, so yeah, uh, I had some negotiation with my husband about like where the chair was going to go,
Yeah.
but I think I won that conversation. Um,
You're not alone in that. We hear it's funny when we have couples come into the showroom. There's bickering. There's some bickering, and they do it quietly and discreetly, but you can tell that there's disagreement. But how the question I have now that you mentioned your husband, how does he like the chair, or does he just stay clear of it, or are you
He,
having
well,
to waste your
he's
time
tried
on
it
that?
once or twice. He's not a big massage person,
Yeah,
and um, so it doesn't really. I think he has some issues going on that I think he would benefit from using the chair, but
yeah,
maybe eventually he'll come around to it. But um, I've always enjoyed getting a massage, but it's
yeah,
just hard to make the time to leave the house, get in your car, and drive someplace to and to
Oh,
get
yeah.
a quality massage and to do it on a regular basis. So having this like in your house, sort of at your disposal whenever you might have an extra 20 minutes or so is it's really a blessing.
That's a great topic for a video right there. Talking about you can go out to a licensed massage therapist and spend the time, the tip, the cost of the visit, getting changed twice.
Right.
It is rather laborious, and especially if you're dealing with major traffic or weather. Yeah, there's nothing like a massage chair.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And if you use it regularly, you'll pay that thing off in
Yes.
it compens in a parallel cost.
Yeah.
It'll beat it
Right.
eventually.
Yeah. The only thing I'm unhappy about is that we kept the box. It's now taking up in this enormous portion of our garage, and we haven't figured out quite how to get rid of it yet.
Well, I tell you what, send me an email
Okay.
when we get off this call, and I'll see if we can get our delivery guys over there to just pick it up for you, and get rid of it. We encourage people to hold on to it in case they may want to return it.
Right. Right.
Because it's a pain in the butt to try to get rid of a chair that doesn't have a box. But yeah, send me an email, Arthur, so I don't forget. And I'll
Sure.
see if we can get our delivery team out there to pick it up. Get rid
Okay.
of it.
Thanks so much, Alan. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'd be happy to do that for you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time. This
This
is
has been my
fantastic.
pleasure. It's great to chat with you. And
Well, likewise, I've thoroughly enjoyed the conversation, and I love a lot of your insights and opinions. They're very personal for you, and I
yeah,
love that because that's what a chair is. It's very personal, and I'm grateful for your feedback.
great. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Happy to be
Well,
a part.
thank you, Arthur.
Okay.
Appreciate the time that you spent with us, and especially for making the time to spend with us. I know time is valuable, so
Sure.
appreciate you sharing that asset with
Okay.
us.
Enjoy the rest of your week.
Thank you. We'll see you.
Okay.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Massage Chair Relief Live podcast. Subscribe to this podcast and be notified of each episode. Check out our main website at massagechairrelief.com for much more valuable information on the massage chair industry and marketplace.